All right, let's just jump right in. I want you to ask yourself a serious question. What if you could build a system that finds customers, messages them, and actually closes deals for you, all while you're sleeping? I know, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? Well, that's exactly what we're breaking down today. An AI blueprint that is designed to completely flip the script on how you get clients.
And look, this isn't just wishful thinking. The whole idea here is taking business automation and pointing it directly at the single most important part of any company, finding new clients. Just imagine it. Waking up in the morning and instead of staring at a massive, daunting to-do list, you open your inbox to find potential clients who are already warmed up and actually waiting to talk to you. That's the promise here, turning that manual, exhausting grind into a smooth, automated flow. And this slide, this gets right to the heart of the pain points this whole thing is meant to solve. I mean, think about the big three things that drain your resources. No more dumping a fortune into online ads that just don't convert. No more of those soul-crushing cold calls that honestly go nowhere. And definitely no more chasing down leads for weeks on end, only for them to go completely cold. So the question is, can a single, automated system really truly replace all of that? Let's find out.
But before we can even talk about the solution, we have to get real about the problem. And it's a problem that anybody who's ever tried to build a business or even a freelance career knows deep in their bones. The manual prospecting trap. You know that feeling, right? That constant nagging anxiety that if you stop pushing, just for one day, your entire pipeline is going to dry up. It's this universal struggle, and honestly, it's a fast track to burnout.
So here's the thing it all boils down to. When your prospecting is all over the place, it becomes the biggest bottleneck to your growth. It's not just about finding leads, it's about finding them predictably, month after month. Because when you can't predict where your next client is coming from, you can't have a predictable income. This is the challenge that holds so many talented people back. They're amazing at what they do, but they're stuck in this endless cycle of having to find the next person to do it for.
Let's break down what this trap actually costs you, starting with the most obvious one. Cash. We're talking hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars just poured into ad platforms. You know the ones, with those super complicated dashboards and algorithms that change every other week. You're told to trust the process, but most of the time it just feels like you're lighting money on fire for almost nothing to show for it. It's a really expensive gamble. And then there's the giant stack of software. It always starts with just one tool, right? Then you need another one, and another one after that. Pretty soon, you're spending thousands on this messy collection of CRMs, email tools, and lead finders, all promising to make your life easier. But in reality, you spend more time just trying to make them all talk to each other than you do actually talking to prospects. It's a web of complexity that costs a fortune.
And finally, we get to the most precious resource you have, your time. Just think of the countless hours, gone, spent manually digging for leads on LinkedIn, writing every single email by hand, following up again and again and again. This isn't just inefficient, it's exhausting. It's time that you could be using to actually serve your clients better, to improve your product, or, to just have a life. That right there is the real hidden cost of the manual prospecting trap.
Okay, so after all that pain, frustration, and cost, what's the alternative? This is where we start talking about a totally new way of doing things. It's about using modern technology, specifically AI, to solve this ancient business problem. Let's take a look at how an AI engine like this one, called ClientForce, proposes to change the entire game.
So what is a system like this, really? Well, at its core, something like ClientForce is meant to be an all-in-one system. So it's not just another tool that finds leads or just another tool that sends emails. It's designed to take care of the entire front end of getting a client, from finding the perfect business to talk to, all the way to turning them into a paying customer, with a huge emphasis on doing it all automatically.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does a system like this actually work? Well, the whole concept is boiled down into a really simple three-step blueprint. And this structure is really the key to seeing how it goes from just a cool idea to a practical, automated workflow that can save you a ton of time and money. And what's so cool here is how each step just systematically knocks out a huge chunk of manual work. So step 1, find leads. This replaces all those hours of manual searching by just pulling data directly from giants like Google and LinkedIn. Then step 2, AI-powered outreach. This tackles that huge bottleneck of writing emails. It uses AI to write personalized, human-sounding messages, we're not talking about spam here, that are designed to start a real conversation.
And finally, step 3, automated closing. Now this takes it even further. When a lead actually seems interested, the system can automatically send out a custom proposal to move them along, meaning you don't have to step in until they're truly ready to talk business. And that right there is the big shift. It's a fundamental change in how you think about growth. You go from a model where your business can only grow as fast as you can personally work, to a model where your outreach can scale up to thousands of prospects without you having to lift a finger for every single one. That's the difference between a constant manual struggle and true automated scale. Now, this is a really important point to get. It's so easy to hear automation and immediately think magic button, right? Like you just press it and everything is done for you. But that's just not how this works. It's way more powerful to think of AI as a work multiplier, not a work replacement.
Just let that sink in for a second. AI doesn't replace work, it multiplies it. This is the key mindset. The people who are really crushing it with these new tools, they're not the ones looking for a shortcut to do nothing. They're the ones who get that AI can take their effort, their strategy, and their smarts and just amplify it by 100 times.
And this is what that actually means. Look, the AI can send thousands of emails, but you still need a clear strategy for who you're targeting and what you're offering them. The AI can run 24/7, but you still need to be consistent in how you handle all the positive replies and bring on those new clients. And maybe most important, you need smart execution. You have to know your market and make good calls. The tool is an incredibly powerful engine, for sure, but you are still the one in the driver's seat.
You know, with any big new wave in technology, timing is absolutely everything. The kind of opportunities that are there at the very beginning, they're just not the same as the ones that exist once everybody's already doing it. And that brings us to right now and why this moment is so urgent.
Here's the bottom line, the fundamental truth of the market that makes a tool like this so powerful today. It doesn't matter what the economy is doing. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Every single business needs a predictable flow of new customers just to survive, let alone grow. They are, like this says, desperate for leads. It's their #1 problem, always.
And when you realize that, it leads to this really powerful conclusion. If you can solve the #1 problem for other businesses, you become essential. If you have a system, a machine that can generate leads on demand, you are in an incredible position of value. You control the flow. In a business, whoever controls the leads controls the money.
So this isn't some abstract conversation about what AI might do in the future. No. This is being framed as a very specific, very real opportunity that is sitting right in front of you, right now. It's a chance to use this new technology before the rest of the market catches on and this massive advantage shrinks. So I guess it all boils down to this one question. Are you ready? Because this isn't just about trying out some new software. It's about deciding to build something new, a smarter system, a more predictable way to earn, and a business that can actually scale, all powered by this new wave of AI. So are you ready to make that shift? If the answer to that question is yes, or even just a maybe, then your next step is simple. Get more information. The opportunity is here, the tech is ready, and if you're serious about changing how you get clients, the time to learn more is right now. Don't wait on this, because you can bet your competitors won't be waiting. Click the link right below this video to dive deeper.